I don't know if my mic is working. Your mic is off. Can everybody hear me? Do I need to
We'll
turn
try
on
to
my mic
reconnect.
setting?
Really close to being.
Tell if y'all can hear me. I think my audio system is
You guys, oh, shit. I don't know how that got there. I think that was a virus.
What?
Oh, it went away.
What the hell? What the hell was that? Guys, come on. Okay, we have an episode due in like 30 seconds, and all we have is Aiden in the pool and like Jonah's deep fried fan cam photo of the chancellor. I mean,
just like class.
okay, you know what? We're out of time. We've just got to wing it. Screw it. Damn this online format. Well, here we go. I'm Ben Ketchum.
And I'm Parker Brown.
This is On the Hill.
Folks, we're 8 seasons in and still going.
Going strong.
I don't know about that, Ben.
Well, regardless, we all know it's been quite the horrific year. This pandemic hasn't been easy for anyone. And being duped into 1 week of semi-normalcy on campus until it inevitably closed down and erupted into chaos made things harder. Many students and others point to Chancellor and the Board of Governors for this massive mistake.
Very true, Ben. I guess you could say Chancellor really dropped the bell on this one. Get it? Bell? Like Liberty Bell?
Anyways, I guess one silver lining to this misstep of reopening campus would be that we were finally given, wait for it, old well water.
Yes, the best.
Well, it would be nice, Parker, but after taking a quick look at the side of the bottle, you see that we were duped once again.
Ouch. This one really burns.
It burns indeed, Parker. Speaking of burning, and another addition to the cluster that is 2020, multiple gender reveal parties these past few months have resulted in wildfires burning down thousands of acres across the western coast of the United States.
These gender reveals go boom, and then have people screaming it's a girl for hundreds of miles.
I mean, do you really care that much about your kid's junk that you're going to go and blow shit up?
Maybe.
College students, do you feel COVID has cheated you out of a full experience? Is the fifth year looking more and more appealing by the day? If so, you're not alone. Actually, it looks like super seniors are becoming all the rage. Trump has already shared his plans to seek a third term in office if he is reelected this year.
Never mind the legality of it. Trump is determined to beat out Biden for the role of oldest president ever, assuming the Rose Garden massacre doesn't take him out before then.
With a Supreme Court full of his loyal subjects, who knows what Trump may achieve? In other completely unrelated news, it looks like fascism has quickly become fall's hottest trend. Look for Hugo Boss in stores near you. New studies show that increased vitamin D in your diet may help ward off the coronavirus. Chris Evans, always a true patriot, took one for the nation when he shared photos of his restorative D with the entire internet. Nothing lifts the spirits quite like seeing Captain America's flag at full mast. Rumor has it, everyone who saw the leaked photos is now completely immune to COVID-19.
Following the release of Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's hot summer single WAP, human-sized mole rat Ben Shapiro recited the risque lyrics on his show to criticize the song. By doing so, he received a good elbowing from Twitter. He tweeted out this in response.
Now, there's a lot to unpack here, so buckle in. First of all, Ben always makes this point that he has a wife and 2 kids. Like, it's almost like he can't get through a lecture or any conversation without mentioning them. It's like he's using the fact that he has 2 kids to let the world know, yes, I've had sex at least twice.
And here's when it gets crazy. Why does he feel the need to mention that he's had his kids paternity tested? Wouldn't that imply that he was unsure if they were his legitimate children? I gotta say, that's not really the backpedal I expected.
Actor Robert Pattinson recently tested positive for COVID-19 amidst filming of The Batman. This halted production for a few weeks, but the real point of discussion is that coronavirus has finally come full circle by coming back to bats.
Cleveland Browns wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. was recently outed for apparently enjoying being defecated on during foreplay. He plays for a team called the Browns. We're just gonna go ahead and take the high road on this one. But it must have been nice for Odell to finally get this off, or in his case, on his chest. More public heat against the president as it was revealed that he knew as far back as February that the virus was especially contagious, airborne, and more deadly.
That's right. Trump spilled the beans to renowned journalist Bob Woodward during an interview for his new book about Trump. Now, look, it's good that Trump was exposed for covering this up, but what did he expect? I mean, he does know that Bob Woodward is the same guy who exposed Richard Nixon, right? You'd think that a guy as shady as Trump wouldn't want anything to do with a guy like Woodward, especially given his impressive track record. But no, he's just like, hey, Bob, how are you? Let's have a beer.
It's almost as if when Trump heard Woodward was writing the book about him, he threw all common sense out the window and agreed to do the interview. Well, we know one thing's for sure. Trump seriously screwed himself on this. Strongly.
And you know what else? Trump went out of his way to call Woodward 7 times. That just adds to how absurd this is. Secondly, that's 7 more calls than Melania has ever received from him. After 4 months in quarantine, Tar Heels finally returned for another semester. Chancellor published a roadmap for fall 2020, but it turned out to be less of a roadmap and more of a highway to hell.
Seems like UNC took the low road on this one, Ben. Students who test positive move into a single-person dorm with none of their stuff. But at least they get a 5-star meal. A student on Reddit Ask Me Anything said that students in quarantine get 2 cans of soup, water, and some snacks. Now students know what it feels like to be a death row prisoner.
Okay, the cameras are stopped now, right? Right? Okay, good.
No, dude, we're rolling. We gotta cover the fall of our democracy. Stop watching basketball.
1 second. The game doesn't matter. I just watched it for the bubble drama.
Bubble drama?
Yeah, just ask Daniel House Jr. from the Rockets. He cheated on his wife with a COVID tester, and she found out because she was reported in national news.
Holy shit. I heard that CJ McCollum ordered 84 bottles of wine to his room, but that's insane.
Yeah, it's wild. I wonder if his wife will put him in a bubble after the season. Oh, great, thanks.
What are you doing? Our debate bit's up next.
Yeah, I know. Just counting my winnings.
Your winnings?
Yeah, I placed bets on the debate. Silly things like Trump interrupts Biden 40 times. Biden tells Trump to shut up on national TV. Speaking of, President Trump tested positive for COVID-19 just 2 weeks before the next debate. Some Republicans are calling this a coincidence, while the writers of Ferris Bueller's Day Off are calling it copyright infringement.
Speaking of their first debate, many are calling it unorganized, chaotic, or even so far as a hot mess inside a dumpster fire inside of a train wreck. It's no wonder why. I doubt President Trump got any prep time in considering how focused he is on maintaining law and order. Yes, President Trump called out Vice President Biden on more than just law and order. He made jabs on both of Biden's sons and even went so far as telling notable white supremacist group the Proud Boys to stand back and stand by.
That's what I tell my liquor cabinet every day.
You okay, bud?
It's been a long quarantine.
Anyway, President Trump...
Well, hold up. Now that I think about it, we got to do something more for the debate bit.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, we can't just make jokes about the debate. It has to be something bigger, better. We have to make On the Hill great again.
What are you talking about? We already wrote the jokes.
Wrong. Lies. Frankly, we have to make a change because the Marxists, the liberals, the anarchists, they're all expecting us to do the same thing, and believe me, we know better than all the joke writers.
That's just unanchor-like. Read the jokes, man. By the way, it's our duty to read jokes, and I'm proud of that. Stick to the status quo.
Parker, I'm going to have to ask you to stop. Your time is up.
Who are you?
Ben, your question is, should our debate coverage be more than just one-liner jokes? You have 10 seconds to respond, followed by 15 minutes of incomprehensible yelling. Thank you. Quite frankly, I know more about television than anyone. And believe me, if you ask a lot of people, all of them they all say the same thing.
Will you shut up, man?
Debate,
what are you
goes
talking
3 feet.
about? All that matters is that we go out and vote for what we think would be the
You don't want
best
to use
way
the
to
word
cover
vote
the
with me.
debate.
Don't talk to me about voting. Both of you, stop it. I can't believe this is actually happening. What, am I debating you now? Well, everyone, this has been a fever dream. I mean, On the Hill. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Can anyone tell me what materialism is? Anyone? Tori? Okay, so it looks like they're having some technical difficulties. Great. Aiden?
Isn't that like capitalism when people like really love their stuff and like they marry their stuff? I think that's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah, not exactly, but you know, good try as always. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Uh,
You can.
Yeah.
sorry.
D-
I
No. Oh, sorry.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask if you could repeat the question, just really quick.
Yeah. So I asked what materialism is.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Yeah. Oh, Emily. Yeah. What's up?
I think it's time for a dance break.
No, I'm sorry. That's not in the syllabus. So, okay. Anyone? Materialism. Anyone wanna?
I think the dance break.
Yeah.
So class is gonna be canceled for the rest of the year, if that's okay with everyone.
Gracias. See you later, profe.